You can't figure out every conceivable outcome to everything that's going to happen in life. You can't predict it. We don't have a crystal ball. But you know, if you surround yourself with people that you trust and you have respect for, which is what we've done here, then you know that anything comes up, you'll figure it out.
My father, he bought his first registered cow, I think, in 1918. He was about 16 years old, and he peddled milk around a little town called Ashley, about 10 miles from here. He, in the 1930s, bought cows here in Michigan and took them to the East Coast and sold them for the certified dairies in New York City producing milk. That's how he survived the Depression. I got really involved in the 50s and 60s after I graduated Michigan State. In 1960, we built our first large operation for 1,000 cows, and that was pretty good for 1960. Of course, that was the big dairy, and they were all registered Holsteins. We used to go by railroad car, boxcar to different fairs week after week to merchandise our cattle. We've been a family farm all our life, and we've always regarded employees as part of the family. I mean, they've always been part of what's going on.
I guess I first realized I liked dairy cows in about the 3rd grade. We went on a school field trip to a dairy farm and kind of was cow crazy ever since. When I first started here, we were milking about 1,100 cows in a 32-stall polygon parlor. And then after I'd been here a few years, we expanded from 1,100 cows, went up to 3,000 cows. And that's where we're at currently, just over 3,000 cows. And we're milking in 2 large herringbone parlors.
We've always hoped that Green Meadow Farms would be looked upon as progressive, that we're on the cutting edge of what's going on in the industry. We were early adopters of most technology, AI or RFID tags, identification. We have the veterinary center here from Michigan State.
We can have students here after about a 20-minute drive. It helps us because the students can see the cows in their traditional environment. The Green family is very supportive of what we're trying to do. They feel very strongly about being part of training the future generation of people that work in the dairy industry, and we wouldn't have been able to do this without their support.
Today's one of the classifying days here at Green Meadow Farms. We classify 3 times a year. Usually takes a couple days. Whenever the classifiers come out, 2 classifiers come out and analyze the cows, looking for good feet and legs, good udders, rump structure, body structure, front ends. And they're comparing our cows to the ideal dairy cow. Part of why I've stayed in this business most of my life is I like working with cattle. You know, it's very satisfying to raise a calf up until she's one of the mainstays of the herd and making lots of milk, and trying to improve her offspring so that when the classifier comes, you know, you can get excellent daughters out of excellent cows. You know, it's always a challenge to find those kind of cow families that will transmit that kind of genetics from generation to generation.
Even though we had a large herd in 1960, everything was for sale. We thought, well, today everything is for sale also. I mean, that's why we have registered cattle. And now the registered Holstein is what gives you, in a poor economy like we've had for the last 4.5 years, we've been able to probably sell them for $200 to $300 more than just an ordinary heifer. So the registered Holstein has allowed us to do a lot of things. They've always been pretty good to us over the years.
We've realized a long time ago that if you treat that Holstein cow right, she's going to treat you right. Green Meadow Farms and dairy farming in the future is going to go with technology. I mean, we spend a lot of time trying to increase efficiencies and automation and that kind of thing. So I don't think we've seen near the end of that progress yet.